Hey everybody, my name is Uncle Bernie, and today we have the pleasure of showing you the 2026 Grand Design Lineage F-Series 31Z. You got to take a look at this. Come on in, Cam. I got Cam with me. He's going to be working the camera. Take a look. We're on the F600 chassis. That's an amazing chassis with the 6.7 turbo diesel right down here. It has 330 horsepower, 950 pound-feet of torque. That's an amazing amount of torque. Now, just so you know, this is a 22.5 chassis, and it can actually tow 15,000 pounds. This thing is absolutely loaded. So I want you to kind of focus in over here on this little decal, because the Fox BDS suspension, it appears to be, and I don't have all the information from the factory, but it appears to be a 4-link suspension system with all this extra sway control down below. You have this heavy duty piston over here with the backup tank, so if things get hot, it allows it to kind of recycle that fluid a little bit, so the fluid doesn't thin out too much and is still very potent, and when you're going down over rough terrain. We got the Ford front end, and it's really nice. This is injected molded plastic over here, but this has like a rhino shield on it, so it's very durable. Maybe you can knock down little bushes or shrubs or whatever as you're kind of going through the rough terrain. And then you have these big hooks over here as well, so that way if you need to set up a winch or you just want to tow something out of a ditch, you can do that with the front end over here. And allow me to just spin around. And you can take a better look at that suspension from over here too. So you have the big coil spring and then the BDS 4-link system going on over here. It's an amazing system. Now take a closer look at those wheels. Now, not only are they black out and they're solid aluminum, which is really cool, but look at this. They bolt down the bead all the way around the rim. So if you're going over really rough terrain, you're not going to be able to pop your tire off the rim. That's just a little extra thing that Grand Design does with the Lineage product. As we slide on by over here, you can see that you have the 2-year limited warranty and the 3-year structural warranty. That's all transferable. And as you go up, look above, you can see right in that sun line, there's a beautiful Girard awning that comes out, and if it's too windy or it shakes too much, it's going to retract no problem. On the outside over here, you have an Attitude TV on the outside, and of course you have, look at this, the Rockford Fosgate sound system. That sound system is not only clear and concise and robust, but if you kind of come over here, you can see the controller, and then go to the right side of this cargo bay in here, and you're gonna see there's a subwoofer in there too. So you can really tick off the neighbors if you want to. Now, as you come across, look at the size of this cargo bay, just like the one in front of it. It's wide open over the top, so you can slide in chairs, tables. You might have a flagpole. You might have a inflatable kayak. You can put all that in there. There's also Astrofoil under the floor too for that extra insulation. This thing is really well designed. And speaking of things that we're not going to be able to see really without getting on the roof, and I won't be getting on the roof today, but we have a 1,000-watt solar panel, and that's tied into 330 amp hours of lithium battery. So with the inverters, you can run just about this whole coach on those batteries. It's magnificent. Now, if you look a little bit closer over here, I'm going to point to the sticker that says Lippert Sure Slide. So this reminds me of a Schwintek slide-out system, but it's kind of innovated. It's kind of been recreated, and I think Lippert, having owned Schwintek, has actually used some of those same specifications, but maybe made it a little bit better so it's a little more reliable. Come on down. We have so much storage to show you. Look at this under the bed area. It's absolutely amazing. And then when you're inside, I'm going to show you that this is actually accessible from the inside as well. And I love the fact that they have the freshwater holding tank, so easily accessible. We'll put all the tank specs in the video so you can see all what's going on here. Now over here makes it nice and easy, right? So you have plenty of room with the storage to carry your grill or whatever propane accessory you might want to bring, and you can tie right in over here. And then more importantly, they make it real easy to fill your propane tank. They have your own pump turn on over here, and then a bleeder valve too to make sure that you don't overfill that tank. Now, as you come across, a lot of these storage compartments in this camper have the rotoplastic enclosure with the drain. So if it does get dirty, which it will get dirty, you want to be able to just rinse it right out. Now, take a look over here. You got the Truma Aqua Go hot water heater. Mom's gonna love that. You get over 90 gallons of hot water per hour. And if it gets too cold, it knows to turn on even when you don't demand hot water. So it's a smart system. And as you can see, I'm gonna have you back up a little bit, Cam, but Nick Sharon designed this paint scheme. And if you can take a look just over your shoulder, up over that, and then around the side over by those speakers as well, look at the magnificent cut and buff that's been done on this camper. Oh yeah, we're gonna take a look around the back because we got some more meat and potatoes back here now. Cam, come on over. I love that they built this heavy duty, robust back cap. It's so big and beautiful, but it also covers the seams. Now this thing is about 6 inches deep, and we know from previous, manufacturers that they put the seam of the wall actually halfway between that cap, so that way that cap is covering that seam completely. And then of course Grand Design is doing all the things that they normally do with the Mylar and the PVC tape in the window enclosures and all around all the seams. Now take a look over here. This is a big deal. They have OEM a Gen Y 15K receiver over here. Now most manufacturers aren't going to spend the money to get a Gen Y, but the Gen Y is the top shelf hitch in the industry, whether they're making goosenecks or fifth wheel hitches or just regular weight distribution and receivers. Gen Y is #1 in the industry for highest quality. Come on down around. We got a few more things back here. I love this. We have the electric 50 amp cable reel. Push a button, it brings it in, pull it out, no problem. Has a nice transfer switch by Surge Guard, and that's again one of the best in the industry. As you kind of come around over here, you have a place to stow your sewer hose, and this is actually an auxiliary fuel tank, and I don't know the exact capacity on the fuel, but we'll find that out for you and post it right here. When we're coming down over here, this is your water station. It's very simple, one of the simplest ones I've ever seen. You have your outdoor shower over here, a connect for cable, water pump, black tank flush, your black and gray. Now over here, this one button does all kinds of stuff. So if you're winterizing it, you set it here, and you can siphon in your potable antifreeze through here, and then you can set it for either city water or after your tank is filled. That's also going to operate your pump and everything when you need to draw water from your holding tank, and then you fill your holding tank right from here. And look at this. I've never seen this on a camper before. It shows right here 100 PSI max, so you know it can handle the pressure. They built out the plumbing to make sure that plumbing is going to hold up for us. Come down a little bit further towards the front end, and guess what we see here? An 8,000 watt Onan quiet diesel generator. That thing is wonderful. It is quiet, very efficient, and it can run both of those Bree ACs at the same time that it has on board, as well as a microwave, maybe a hair dryer, anything you wanted to. You could really do a whole house just off of that one generator. I want you guys to stick around. We're going to take a look at the inside. Hey Kim, why don't you come on upstairs? And by the way, you're at this doorway over here, and as you can see, it has a beautiful screen right built in. But look at this. If it's, if you're worried about your neighbors peeping in, you could just do a blackout shade here. You can keep some extra maps, or maybe, whatever you need just handy at the door. Might be a screwdriver, something that you use all the time. Come on upstairs, and as you're doing so, make sure you look to the left, because you have the Lippert leveling system is right there. It's all hydraulic. You got big 4-point pistons underneath this coach. It's going to take care of the leveling. Now step on up, and as we're taking a look at this, look at this magnificent bunk area. Now I'm 6'1", and I can just about hop right on here, but they give you a little Lippert telescoping ladder that you can just put right on there. And as you look up towards that shade, I'm just going to put a little trick on you, and look at that. You just push a button, that shade opens up. So if you want to look at the moonlight while you're sitting there, but right now it's kind of sunny and warm in here, so we're going to close that. And this is all real easy. You have control over lights. You have 110 on and USB on both sides of this bunk. So if you have the kids up there or your uncle and aunt or whatever it may be, it's all easy. Now take a look towards the cockpit, and as you do so, look at all this extra storage at the head area. So the driver or the passenger can just reach up there and put things that they may need. Could be their coupon books or whatever it may be. And then you have this beautiful Ford F600 Super Duty chassis with all the bells and whistles, all the lane keep assist and the adaptive cruise control, all the things you might need. Of course, it has an integrated brake controller as well. You have 110 inverted up front, you have 12 volt, you have USBs, everything you could possibly need in that cockpit is ready to go. Now I'm going to have a little seat here because this is absolutely gorgeous. Now I don't know, oh wow, so this is working off the inverter because this is a 110 recliner, but we're on battery right now. And with that 1,000 watts of solar, this thing is powered up and it means business. And then we have all these dual pane plexiglass windows. They're all insulated, all imported, and they're just very nice and easy to operate. They shingle out so you can get all that breeze you want. Now come on over to the kitchen area. First of all, I want to point out you have this beautiful counter extension, and just like every other Grand Design on the planet, they just have these two little tabs here and it drops them down nice and easily. But this beautiful solid surface counter, huge undermount sink, and then they give you this appears to be a cherry stained teak hardwood cutting board. That's absolutely brilliant. Of course, you're going to be able to wash your glasses right here, and then you can spray the person who isn't helping you with the dishes, right, Cam? Absolutely. Yeah. And you pull out these drawers. You have all these drawers. Now, just so you know, although these drawers are coated, they're actually lightweight hardwood. It's called Poplar, and it's a really high quality product, extremely light and extremely durable. But yeah, loads and loads of storage. Of course, we got some storage behind the TV as well, so you can put your guns and money or just your favorite snacks you want to keep from the grandchildren, right? You want to make sure you have a good place to hide all of that stuff. And as you come over, of course, you have 3 more drawers over here, but look at this beautiful oven, range, and microwave. This beautiful convection microwave by Furrion, and look what it can do. I'm sure it can do a little air frying too if you coerce it enough. But look at this solid cast iron over here, and this Furrion oven keeps on going. 3 racks inside. You can actually bake a cake, maybe a chicken, or put a prime rib in there if you want to take it nice and easy. Now, along with that big queen bed up front, and along with these seat-belted recliners that, hey, you give Uncle Bernie a margarita, I'll pass out there and sleep there overnight. But this makes a little bed too. And the seat belts here too. So this is, again, solid surface. This is going to drop down nice and easy. And all of this is woven vinyl. So it's really easy to clean, and it's also extremely durable. As we come along over here, we're going to take a peek upwards because this is one of 2 Bree ACs. These air conditioners don't use much power, and they're super quiet. There's 2 of them in here, and they create 18,000 BTUs each, and they have heat pumps as well. So you have a furnace, you have the heat pump, you have everything you need, as well as the 2 ACs. Now look at the cool ductwork. It's that easy to operate, and you can change the direction if you know how to do it. I'm kind of a newbie at this stuff, but look at the size of this refrigerator. And even off a battery, I haven't touched anything. It's 95 inside the coach. It's 40 degrees inside the refrigerator, and it has a nice freezer as well. Oh yeah, it's freezing. Nice and cool in there. All right, so we're gonna scooch on over because we have tons and tons of pantry and extra storage for all your kitchen goods. You could use some for linen closet, for the bathroom area as well. And then you have this little tuck-away area that I'm going to show you. And this is a privacy curtain. And no offense, Cam, but I'm blocking you out. Yeah, complete block out over here, black out from the other parts of the coach. And that tucks right in nice and easy, and it just closes. Now we're going to come over here, and we have the Splendid washer and dryer. All right, so this is all marine grade product that can handle a bounce of the road, and not that this is going to bounce too much with that nice suspension system, but it's important to have that on those big trips, right? You don't want to have to stop for 3 hours just to wash a little bit of laundry. We'll go into the bathroom. Come on in and come right in. We have 2 hooks over here for your robes, porcelain toilet, solid surface sink. It's actually gorgeous. It's quite a nice design. Everything is very uptown, so to speak, you know, for a Super C that can tow so much. But let me try this. Uncle Bernie's inside. I still have 3 or 4 inches above my head. You have plenty of room for your shampoo, your soap, your razor. I always shave in the shower. I don't know about you, Cam, but I always shave in the shower. And look at this magic wand. This thing can really get it done. And it looks like it has a few settings as well. It makes it able for you to clean all the nooks and crannies. I love the way this comes, and it comes with their own Grand Design mat inside as well. We're gonna back out of here, buddy. You're doing a fantastic job, by the way. I want to thank you for all your hard work today. And here we have it, a 70 by 80 king bed. It's a smidge smaller than an actual king bed, which is 72 by 80, but 70 by 80, it's getting it done. And it's really high density foam. And you see that there's nice cabinets above. And if you take a left over here, there's a cubby hole over there. So if Uncle Bernie brings his CPAP, he can put it right in there, put his cell phone right next to it. And then I'm going to show you a little trick. We're going to put this up. And remember when we were outside, I said there's some storage that you can access from the inside? Well, here it is. That's that outside cabinet that we were talking about from the outside. And you can even set, there's a little light in here as well. And nice and easy. But while I have this up, I want to show you that size is this magnificent closet. Now as you come in here, motion sensor lighting, and look at this, is 5 feet across, it's 18 inches deep. You can hang all your clothes up here for him and for her, and still put your shoes and fold some sweatshirts and t-shirts in here. And then you have 3 huge drawers. This one has a little privacy set up inside of it with the, oh, look at that, nice maple cover to it. And nice and easy. Everything is so well designed, so lightweight and well built, and all those hidden hinges makes everything so good. So folks, if you have a family who likes to get out and go on adventures, this Lineage F-Series 31Z is the coach for you. You're going to be able to tow all your toys along with you, maybe a car, maybe a race car, toolbox, or if you have a racing team, you can also bring all the guys and gals along and sleep them here, there, and everywhere, and you can sleep comfortably 6 or 7 people in this coach, as well as that 15,000 pound tow capacity. This is a match made in heaven. Find the Grand Design Lineage F-Series 31Z at Campers Inn RV in Merrimack, New Hampshire. Ask for Uncle Bernie, ask for Cam, ask for any of the guys here. We're going to take real good care of you.